Hi, my name is Jeannie, and I'm from San Antonio, Texas, and I got fibromyalgia in 2002, and so I've had it for 6 years now. And I'm a very active person. I like to exercise, and I like to do things with my family because I have 6 children. And so this thing started, it seemed like it started out as sciatica, but then it got worse and it spread to my neck and my back and everything like that, and just got progressively worse. And so I thought, well, I'll go to a physical therapist, and she treated me for a while, but she didn't know what to do with me, so she sent me to a chiropractor, and he couldn't figure it out either, but he referred me to a rheumatologist. Well, the main thing is, doctors would say just to rest in bed, but I can't sit around in bed because then I'd be doing nothing anyway. But I forced myself to exercise because I wouldn't feel like a normal person if I couldn't, but it's very painful to exercise. I'm okay as long as I'm at home. I have my special lazy boy chair, my special ergonomic chairs and everything like that, and so as long as I'm at home, I do fine. But if I have to do anything out of the ordinary, go to social functions or go out of town, it's a real ordeal. I come back with a lot of pain from those situations, so it's just limiting me in that way. But I try to go on just doing regular stuff with my family, but we can't, like I said, we can't do anything out of the ordinary without, it's a big production for me to have to pack all my special things and make sure I do my stretches every day before I go to bed, and when I get, no matter how tired I am, I have this routine I have to do. I feel like I'm in bondage with this thing. Because it's such a production just to get by every day. So that's why I'm here, to try to see if it can get better. So I have pain everywhere. The hips is the worst, the hips and the back. But for no particular reason, you can get spasms in your arms or in your back or in your legs, and so you know it limits you in a lot of ways. So and people who don't have it, they don't understand, because you look fine on the outside, you look like a normal person, but everything is hurting on the inside, and you just wish you could say, hey, you know, things are going on. It's not that easy to be here and be doing these things. So I'm going to try treatment here and see if I can get to feeling back to normal. Sleeping is really hard. I sleep pretty good every other day because I take Neurontin, and that helps me a little bit. But like I said, you got to have your perfect bed for that too, and have your pillows arranged just so. So, you know, if you could just get good sleep, you could probably be a lot happier, you know. So hopefully it'll help with the sleep problems too. I swim laps, but that makes it worse, I'm sure, because I always get headaches after that, and I have a lot of pain, and I soak in the tub. I'm not so bad after doing walks. I do bicycle rides with my children, and that also hurts a lot too, but then I soak in the tub, and I do all my stretches, and I try to get by. So it's just like everything's a big production, you know. So if maybe I can just move through my day in a normal way, you know, that would be a big progress.
What's it like emotionally for you?
Oh, well, that's what I was saying. Nobody knows. Like I said, you look fine on the outside, so people can't really relate when you say, well, I can't do that, or wait, I have to do all these stretches or something before I can even go to the store or do whatever it is. And it's very isolating, because people who don't have it, they don't know what you're feeling like, and you want to tell somebody, but you can't go around complaining or not. I mean, if you talk to your friends about it, my mother thinks if I just had a positive attitude, it would go away, you know, and so she thinks I gave myself this by being, you know, pessimistic and everything. So nobody really gets it. So you just have your family as your best friends, and they kind of, they're very, very supportive and everything, but they still can't quite understand how you feel inside. You wish somebody could, because then you wouldn't feel like you were the only one going through it. I know I'm not the only one going through it, but I'm not around people who have it, so that's what makes it hard. Hi, I've been here 11 weeks now, and I'm happy to say that my pain is 80 to 85% gone. I think the only thing I have left is a sciatica issue that I probably had before I got fibromyalgia, and they told me a couple of things that I can work on for that. So I feel pretty hopeful about that. And the pain was really the biggest thing when I first came here. I've had fibro for 6 years, and it hurt everywhere all the time. I'm an exerciser, and I like to keep active, and so I made myself exercise all the time that I had fibromyalgia, but afterwards the soreness was just horrible. And one of the really great things now when I exercise is that afterwards you get that really good feeling like you're supposed to get when your muscles all relax and you get that warm feeling, and that's a really big change for me. I even forgot what that felt like. So that's a really happy thing for me. The second thing is the sleep is better. When I first got here, and it takes me a while to go to sleep, but then I would wake up after 2 hours, and then it'd take another hour or so till I could get back to sleep. But now, when I go to sleep, I stay asleep, and that helps a lot in your outlook for when you get up the next day. Let's see, the third thing, there was the exercise and all that. I would suggest that when you come here that you bring some things that help you think of home, because it's kind of difficult to come here at first. I brought my son for companionship, but I wanted to say that even if you don't have someone to bring with you, that the people here are very supportive, and there's plenty of people to make friends with and to go and do things with. I've seen it happen with people in the waiting room. Sometimes you don't feel outgoing, but there's always somebody that's outgoing and will say, hey, let's go here, let's go eat there. And the best thing is that all the people that are there, they know what you feel like because they've got the same thing. I mean, there's different variations, but for the first time when you come here, people understand what you feel like. You don't feel like you're on the outside and everybody else is different, and they just don't get how you feel and how difficult it is. So even though it's scary to come here, especially if you've never left your home, which I had never been away from my family for more than a week, I think, since I've been married, and I have all those kids. But the people here are very supportive, and they will help you out. And I want to thank God, because I know that God is the one that gives the healing. But the people here have also been faithful to use the gifts that God has given them in that process, and I'm really thankful to them for that too. I didn't try to do anything outside of my routine when I was at home before, when I had fibro. I mean, I would get up and I would try to do my exercise, and then I would try to recover from that, and I just didn't go out and do very much. I went to a few, church dinners and things like that. But when I get back now, I'm planning a trip with my son, one of my children that's going away to college, and it's a big deal because I would have never been able to make that kind of plan before. I wouldn't have even thought of trying to go somewhere and do something. Like now I'm thinking in terms of doing that. I'm thinking more in terms of like a normal person and being able to do more interactive things with my family that I wasn't able to do before. I won't cry as much as I did on the last one because now I'm happy, whereas before I was really upset. But my youngest child is 9 years old. So for 6 years that I had this, that's all she knows about me, is that Mom has pain and Mom has fibromyalgia. And so now when I go back, I can be like a regular mom to her and just function more like a normal person. So that's why I'm really glad that I came here and got the results that I did. And I just want to tell everybody out there, the people that are thinking or are uncertain about it, that it's really worth giving it a shot. You have to come and you have to try, because everybody that has come here, I've seen them leave better than when they first got here, whatever level that you can get to. And there are many people that are 100%. Like I said, I think I probably would be if it weren't for the sciatica that I'm working on. So have courage, and God will help you through it. It's really an opportunity to grow closer to the Lord being here. And the other thing is, it's really beautiful country here. So any chance that you get to go outside and to see the forest and the lakes and everything, it's really pretty, and that helps a lot too. And as I said before, the people, if you have to cry, you can cry, and the people will help you out, but you have a lot of good days too. And at the end, you're like this, and you're happy to go home and looking forward to what comes next.